As for Servette, well, there's not too many familiar names in their lineup. There are a couple of players to look out for, though. Derek Kutesa has scored 5 times already this season. Veteran Miroslav Stevanovic has bags of experience around European football. Their goalkeeper is vastly experienced too. He's played over 250 times for them. Jeremy Frick, former Lyon keeper. And he might feel like he's going to be in for a busy night tonight. We'll have to wait and see as far as that goes. Sam, it's not disrespectful, is it, to talk about Servette coming here maybe to contain? We spoke to our colleague from Swiss media who sat just in front of us, and he said they don't normally play with 2 holding midfielders in domestic football, but that's what they're doing tonight. For them, it is about making the second leg alive. For the likes of Pedro Neto, it's about settling into life at Stamford Bridge.
Yeah, I mean, they take a narrow defeat, I'm sure, to take back to Switzerland and have a real go at it back there on Thursday of next week. So yeah, I'd expect them to be relatively conservative, expect them to very much play on the counter. Obviously they've had a relatively good start to their domestic campaign. I think 3 wins in their 5 games, beat a decent side in Braga, so they'll be confident and there'll be the fitness there, as you touched on, Matt, when we're looking at a Chelsea 11 tonight where there's a number of players that are a little bit short, that haven't had much of a pre-season, and in Pedro Neto's case, you know, just getting to know his teammates in essence, and only had a handful of training sessions. So it's not going to be smooth, it's not going to be seamless, but that said, loads of talent in this Chelsea team. Love the look of that attacking midfield and Kunku and Dewsbury Hall. If it is to be 2 of them, or possibly Palmer at times this season in that role, that is mouth-watering. So hopefully those 2 can have a big say on the proceedings tonight.
Yeah, we saw Enzo Maresca make a tactical tweak, perhaps in deference to the opponents here on Sunday. We are very much expecting this to be patented Maresca ball from the off. Let's see those. Servette in their white shirts with maroon flashes. They are known as the Maroons, who get us underway kicking toward the Matthew Harding stand in the first half. That tie against Braga, in which they were beaten. They did draw 0-0 away from home in the first leg and then lost 2-1 at their place. We'll see how ambitious they're going to be here. This is Badiashile on the ball. And Tosin's first touch in a Chelsea shirt at Stamford Bridge. He actually made his competitive debut on this pitch for Manchester City in that infamous FA Cup 5th round tie back in 2016. City played the kids and he was one of those. There's Jorgensen. Such emphasis on how he does with his feet, but he actually made the most saves of any goalkeeper in La Liga last season, Philip Jorgensen. Lovely touch there from Mudryk to Dewsbury Hall. Hugh trying to hold his run here. Dewsbury Hall trying to wander infield. Just had it taken off his toe as he was going to make the pass, but he was quick to win it back. Mudryk trying to tackle him, but Dewsbury Hall emerged with the ball, and he spread it through to Guiu. What a start this could be! Mark Guiu trying to head it in. Now, did he get a clip there? He was so honest in trying to score a goal. Brilliant work. I just wonder whether he was fouled. Referee doesn't seem to think so. It'll be worth looking at again.
Terrific football from Dewsbury Hall. Gave it away. Wins possession back, possibly a little graze. You'd expect your centre forward to go over there. That's not a criticism, because I admire the honesty. The run's brilliant, stays on side fantastically well, and I think 9 times out of 10 your centre forward's going to go down there. So,
and it's a penalty and possibly a red card.
Yeah, reluctantly I'm going to praise him though. Credit to him for staying up, because you don't want to see players leaving the leg in. That is a product of the modern game, possibly. It is something that you see, and I probably anticipated him going to the deck there.
Oh, he's already won a lot of friends, I think, around Stamford Bridge, Mark Guilloux, for his relentless work rate. Saw that in pre-season. We saw it in his cameo on Sunday.
He was stumbling there, but he just actually tried to fling himself at the ball.
Tried
there,
to head
didn't
it
he?
in, didn't he?
Yeah.
On the goal line. Maybe a shield with too much on that for Nkunku to deal with. Vitesse can get on the ball for Servette. Up against Axel Disasi, who hasn't had any pre-season minutes after having surgery in the summer, so it's going to be interesting to see how fit he is. Playing it right back tonight. As I mentioned, Reece James unavailable. And Augusto not in from the off. Here's Neto. Chance for him to express himself. Oh, that could have been an own goal so easily. Flicked off the leg of a defender. Picked up by Mudryk. He's found Renato Vega. The referee's going to stop it because Frick, the captain and goalkeeper for Servette, has a problem. Because it was a head injury, the referee had to stop it straight away.
Yeah, it got a really important touch off a Servette defender at the near post. Neto showing up against Mazuku is not going to be any match for his pace. I think Guilloux fancies that and probably gets there, and it's his collision with the goalkeeper, just trying to hurdle him. That leaves Frick on the deck.
Blistering start by Chelsea. Probably not the worst thing in the world for Servette that there's this break in play. Crackling atmosphere around Stamford Bridge as well for the return of European football. There's a small but hardy band of Servette fans away to our left in the shed end who've made the trip. And I guess I'd say about 500 of them. There is their boss, Thomas Haberli. Took over in the summer. He was most recently the Estonia coach. Looks as though Frick's okay. Here's Disasi. Neto with chalk on his boots. So Renato Vega, Sam, as we expected, does look like the one who's stepping into midfield from full-back.
Yeah, and considering, you know, his versatility that he plays in midfield previously a lot during his career, it seems like a little bit of a no-brainer. And immediately in pre-season I was taken by his size. You know, he's a real specimen, athletic, lovely left foot, and looks like he can spray a ball around beautifully as well. So received the ball early on in this game in the 18-yard box, got a little feel for it in a tight little situation, and that's where he's going to have to be adept. That's where he's going to have to move the ball sharp, and it's probably, you know, one of the big characteristics that Enzo Maresca is looking for, that type of player. That, and probably the ability to recover the ball when it does turn over. So, yeah, it's a good opportunity for him tonight in a position that feels like it's a little bit up for grabs still.
Well, potentially there's going to be an awful lot of football for Chelsea this season, so every position's going to need two players. Vega, familiar with Servette, more familiar than most, because he played against them last season for Basel. Right, long throw in here. It's going to be hurled in by Ondua, Cameroon international. Shrewsbury Hall got his head to it. Vega's clearance went straight back to Ondua, who put it in first time, and that's a tester for Jorgensen. who scrambled back toward his goal and was grateful to see the ball fly over it.
There's a poor clearance from Vega, just didn't get any distance or height on it. Just steered it back first time. I think it's a cross probably, but very nearly dipped and caused Jorgensen a problem.
Here's Tosin. In the Champions League way back in 27-18. Only Renato Vega in the back four, who hasn't played in European club competition up until tonight for Chelsea. Here's Nkunku drifted into a pocket of space. Shield. Neto. Mudryk, lovely first touch. Down the line for Dewsbury Hall. Renato Vega backing him up. Expect this to be the pattern of the game. Chelsea having the vast majority of possession. So they're trying to be resolute and look to hit on the break. They've slung 5 players across their defensive line. Neto. Tosin, nice ball into Nkunku, who's taken up some intelligent positions early on here. He's got the strength to ride 2 challengers, gave it to Dewsbury Hall. Mudryk's quick, but not quick enough to get to that.
No, it was just slightly under Kinnan Dewsbury Hall's feet, just couldn't get the angle on the pass to allow Mudryk to maybe stride on and shoot. Sure that was in his mind as it was developing, just coming in off the left-hand side and maybe bending it right-footed. Scrambled clear.
Really trying to hold it up between them. A couple of Servette players managed to get it from him. Dulan smacks it upfield. Tosin got his head to it in front of Crivelli. He might have a bit of a lonely night up front there for Servette. He'll have to get through an awful lot of work off the ball, the Frenchman. Yeah, Neto charging down that right-hand side. Good challenge from Mazuku to put it out for a throw-in.
Yeah, that touch is a little heavier. I don't think Mazuku's getting back at Neto there. He's had a bright start to the game.
Chelsea's European history is a glorious one. 32nd season competing in it. Tonight the 298th match, 15 semi-finals, 12 finals, 8 trophies. This is the one missing from the collection. In no small part, because it's only been around for a couple of years. Roma, West Ham and Atalanta, the only names carved on the trophy thus far. Olympiacos, I should say, not Atalanta. Atalanta won the Europa League. Olympiacos won the final in Athens last year. Mudryk. Shrewsbury Horde made the run outside of him. Mudryk wants to come in field though. Touched it off for Guillou. There's Caicedo. Ravelli came back to put him under pressure. Referee says play on with Dizazi on the ball. Neto swung it in with his left. Decent looking cross to Guillou as well. Almost broke for Renato Vega.
Yeah, difficult to break through. Chelsea probing. Slightly behind Guillou maybe there. The in-swinging ball from Neto, but just need to keep moving it sharp, and in one-on-one situations, be positive, be bold. Neto and Mudryk in particular, they need to be really positive and be inventive. I think on a night like tonight, that's the most important thing.
Shrewsbury Hall has had plenty of touches in the opening 11 minutes. Mudryk trying to give him another. Fulham with nowhere to go, had to put it out for a throw. Looked like a foul throw from Renato Vega, but he's got away with it. Clip ball from Dewsbury Hall up to Nkunku, who won the header. Shield trying to step in front of Stevanovic to win it, but the Bosnian did well. And Dua moving it out left-hand side for Kutesa. Was aimed at Stevanovic. I think it was a poor touch from Mudryk though. Stevanovic almost managed to get onto it. Here he is now. Need to play the cross in early. There was more up than away. Renato Vegas was more effective. Guillou trying to get his touch right. Did well second time round. Caicedo will look to get Chelsea on the front foot again. And Nkunku was second favourite to get there. Managed to touch it past his opponent and not keep Chelsea on the ball.
Just breaking down there. Thought it was clever. Caicedo just encouraging Nkunku forward with the pass, a couple of yards into the space, but just unable to get a firm enough touch on the ball to give it to a Chelsea shirt.
Kutesa. Having to do some defensive work. Two in the penalty area here if they can get the cross in. There's Kutesa, might think about a shot. It's come back his way. And again, angle's not great, but he had to go anyway, and it's batted away by Philip Jorgensen. The referee, I think, has given a corner there.
This will give us what we need to see. It's a nice little exchange, quick pass in.
And he went over the crossbar and then back into play.
It's a good snapshot. He gets it away quickly. He looked like he was threatening to shoot earlier in the move, and here's the player in good goal-scoring form. A little bit pushing and shoving now. Just halting proceedings momentarily, the referee.
Timothy Cognac waiting to swing the corner in to a crowded penalty area. He went short instead. Here's Kutesa. Back there defending, gets the block in, and one suspects they might go direct this time. Well, it's something that we often mention when teams who are second favourites in the game come to Stamford Bridge, but they will be looking to maximise set-piece opportunities. Kutesa is there for a short one again. Cognac goes the direct route, and there's a poor corner, albeit Hughes' header. And straight to Sunimoto. Cognac tries again. Sado got his head to it that time. Ronaldo Vega's found himself in the right back position. Caicedo stretched, but he managed to get it. Izaku stepped in front of Neto. They are showing maybe more ambition than many thought here, Servette. Kutesa.
Having a good spell here. That was on just to play square on Dua. Had a nice bit of space around about the D.
But their third corner of the game already. Ronaldo Vega sliding in on Stevanovic.
Yeah, he's defended well on a couple of occasions. He's been called upon. Just like to see him be a little bit more proactive with the ball. Been a little bit safe with his passing, which is maybe understandable, but I think against this opposition at home, supporters want to see that first ball going forward, not be too safe in build-up, and really try and be penetrative, especially early part of this game.
And it's Cognac over the set piece. Again, he doesn't beat the first man with it. Guiu able to sweep it away. And that was definitely a foul throw from Sunimoto, but referee not too fussed. And Sunimoto wins the free kick. Crowd just sensing that Servette are the team on top at the moment, trying to raise Chelsea. Ziku. Sinimoto. Stevanovic making some progress. Mudryk trying to hold him. Stevanovic will just about keep it in. And that was just what he was hoping for.
Committed himself unnecessarily. Mudryk has him, perfectly positioned really. Didn't need to dangle the leg, just needed to show him towards the byline and hope that he got a little bit of luck or was able to stab it out for a throw. This gives Servette a decent opportunity again from something I'm sure they would have highlighted. It's the avenue where they can probably hurt Chelsea the most from a set piece.
Stevanovic the taker this time. And also Vega got his head to it. Cross flicked off Dizazi's heel, away by Caicedo. Maresca, who was a key part of the Manchester City staff when they won the Champions League. It's the first time that he is taking sole charge of a European tie. Tyson's clearance hit Dizazi. 20 minutes on the clock. Guiu had a chance very early on. Since then, it's been Servette who've looked the more likely to get the opening goal. Ondua in over the head of Guiu. Dizazi trying to get it away, didn't get the job done. Eventually, when the shot came in, it was comfortable for Jorgensen from Doulan's effort.
The first one's blocked. Caicedo gets something on it. That one's going to dribble wide from Contessa, but yeah, a difficult spell really. Difficult kind of 5-6 minute spell where Servette have a nice bits of possession. Territory as well. A little bit of pressure building on Jorgensen's goal, but not that big chance that they would have craved.
And his shield. He wanted it back to goal, felt he was fouled, and the referee agreed with him.
Yeah, he does well. It's a patient game he's got to play, Mark Guiu. Almost got to wait for Nkunku and Dewsbury Hall to make their movements, to take their holding midfield players out of the position of the pitch that he's dropping into. It's He's making copious amounts of runs. It's not always going to come first time.
Dewsbury Hall threading it for Mudryk, trying to get a toe to it. Who got the final touch there? Referee's not sure. And eventually he gives the corner.
Yeah, it's well defended, because I thought this was felt into a lovely position from Dewsbury Hall. He really measured that. Just thought Mudryk was going to swing his left boot at it. Rouillet with the challenge.
Something concocted on the training ground by the set-piece coach here. Kunku and Neto over the ball. Who sent it in. Defender's touch took it off his goalkeeper, and it'll be.
Yeah, it was just dying a little bit, wasn't it? The ball after it got that nick meant that Badiashile almost had to stoop to try and just help it on its way. Deflection makes it into a dangerous delivery. Just couldn't quite extend Badiashile to get the faintest of touch.
Mudryk totally switched off for that corner. The ball was being played to him, but he wasn't ready for it. And so at least manages to stop the break, but that's one that needs a bit more work and a bit more attention. This pass just slightly overhit, and Neto couldn't keep it in play. The referee's playing advantage here. There's a Servette player stricken on the floor after being fouled. Dewsbury Hall then took a whack from Cognac, but play goes on. And Kunku. 25 minutes play, goalless at the bridge. Lively Neto. There's Badiashile. And it out to Mudryk. Vega. Nice flick from Mudryk for Dewsbury Hall. Mudryk has continued his run here. Shield into Guillou. Caicedo trying to open up the pitch. Neto's out on the right wing again. So he gets in via Dizazi. Caicedo. Neto opening up his legs. And find the quality of the cross that he was looking for, but we've seen glimpses of what he's going to bring to the party for Chelsea.
Yeah, the change of pace is really explosive and impressive. Just slow things down. Zuku goes touch and he just bursts away from him with that little step over. That touch wasn't the best, just took it a little bit under his feet, unable to dig it out really on his right foot. But yeah, it's certainly been bright. And you could argue that Tessa for Servette has been as lively as any of the Chelsea attackers to this point. Difficult to get it into the forward players' feet. You always hear that you're only as good as your strikers in football. It's almost like Dewsbury Hall and Nkunku. This Chelsea team's only going to be as good as the players in those positions. They need to get on it and really affect things. And at the moment, the two holding midfielders for Servette are doing a pretty good job in that regard. You touched on them dropping back into a 5, into a 6 at that time. That's because they're being so disciplined. They're holding midfielders in, marking them.
Oh, Mudryk, can he get the shot off here? He could, but he couldn't hit the target. Broke to him very quickly, wanted to take it on early.
Yeah, when he's in conversation, disagreement with Nkunku. Nkunku wanting the pass. I don't think so. I think he has to strike here. What I'm surprised about is that's just got to be bent towards the far corner. I don't think he needs to go towards the near post with the eyes. There's enough of the goal to try and bend it to the opposite side.
Rie. We've got the blocking on Tsunemoto at the expense of a throw. Cognac. Tsunemoto. Oh, that's a really good ball, teased in toward Crivelli, who just couldn't quite stretch out a leg and stick a toe on it. Rie. Time for Servette to have another spell, maybe. Ziku. Moto. Giving away now then, and Kunku can put the afterburners on here. Got Mudryk up there with him. Pass was just behind him. Mudryk's collected it though. And just to spread it out for Pedro Neto. He's going to get the shot away. He got it bang on target as well. Snapped into the midriff of Jeremy Frick. Good hit.
Lovely stuff from Nkunku. Felt maybe Neto was going to join the attack a little earlier on the right-hand side. Just seemed to wait for the play to develop. It's a quick shift again. That's going to become a feature of Chelsea's play. And his individual moments. Gets a nice bit of space, couple of yards of space. Just can't find either corner.
Kunku play it inside for Neto to get there. Moto. We're down this right-hand side early on. Stevanovic. So early on, we're just over a third of the way through this game. We're still waiting for the first goal. It's another testing ball whipped across the face of the Chelsea 6-yard box, and eventually Jorgensen able to grab it.
They need to be better at trying to stop that delivery from the right-hand side. That's two absolute peaches, but zero pressure on the crosser. And I don't know exactly why Contessa isn't expecting that, and absolutely steaming inside this Aziz, because he hesitated quite easily. Been an opening goal for the visitors. Two exquisite balls to the right-hand side, but Chelsea need to be mindful, need to get out and stop that cross, or at least try and affect the person delivering.
Chelsea by far the best coefficient ranking of any team in this competition. Actually 9th overall in the UEFA competition, 79.0. Next highest is Fiorentina on 49. So that's his 9. With exactly the difference historically between how these two have performed. Kunku goes down in the penalty area, and referee Pignard immediately waves his hands no.
Gear just letting the ball get away from him on a couple of occasions. Looks incredibly eager to impress, and it's been difficult for him really to have too many touches of the ball. So just a little bit sloppy again there. Had he collected it slightly cleaner, the pass would have been an easier one to fashion. In the end, it was a little bit of a mess between him and Nkunku.
Drink. Plenty of time to consider his options here, Mikhailo Mudryk. Rivani. So they're feeling emboldened, I think, by the start they've made to the game. Just as likely to score as Chelsea have, maybe more so.
think when the ball's that high, you've got to kind of allow Mudryk to have the opportunity to get 1v1 up against Tsunomoto. Dewsbury Hall makes really good wide runs, but there, good work from Diu there, closing the goalkeeper. But I think Dewsbury Hall has to, when the ball's a little bit higher, just be appreciative that Mudryk can beat his fullback, get to the byline and vacate that space rather than going into it. I think he's just congesting that area when it's kind of around about the 18-yard box.
Well, now then, Badiashile overhit that for Jorgensen. Thankfully, he didn't hit it any harder. Sight some Chelsea subs down below. Just going for a loosener. I expect plenty of changes in the game, just based on load management as much as anything else. But at the moment, Chelsea more concerned with getting a goal. Dewsbury Hall. It's an awkward landing for him. And for his opponent too. Fulham looks as though he's come off the worst in that collision. Well, no wonder they're making plenty of noise. It's been a good start to the game from their side.
They look really organised. I think without the ball, first and foremost, but with it as well. Some interesting little patterns. Much like the full-back going into midfield on occasion as well to try and get an extra body to receive the ball. And that certainly a threat on the left-hand side with Kutesa, but more recently, two great balls put in from the right. So Chelsea need to be concentrated, try and get in at 0-0 worst case.
Smack dab on target from Rie, but right down the throat of Jorgensen.
Meets it brilliantly, gets the run.
Great touch from Mudryk. Now what comes next? And so often that has been the problem for Mykhailo Mudryk. Wasn't even a particularly difficult pass. It's given Servette the opportunity to break again. As he's got some defending to do here up against Kutesa. Managed to squeeze it through, and Tyson wasn't taking any risks. Looks now to play for a throw. Not quite. Tsunomoto. Thinking about a hit here, you know, from fully 50 yards out, and he flicked off the head of Benoit Badiashile and goes behind for the fourth corner of the game for the team from Geneva.
Yeah, well defended initially. Bezazi on Kutesa, who's able to get the ball in, but it was a difficult one to pick out a teammate. That's that previous header. Heads that down, I think he's got a much better chance of scoring down towards the feet of Jorgensen, but certainly looking threatening.
Yeah, again there to help it on. The touch came off Mark Guillou. All in the way of the shot. Quite find Pedro Neto with the pass though. Only 5 minutes and a little more of the first half to go. Rie. Sado, plenty of space here. In urge to come forward. He's got enough on that for Dewsbury Hall. It's just skipped off the turf and away from him.
Yeah, all magnitude of options there, really. Just too heavy to pass for Dewsbury Hall, running from deep. Good opportunity to maybe be a little safer with his pass there. Caicedo, the box was going to be loaded, there plenty of bodies forward.
Rie. He's on Dua. So they're trying to get the ball off him. Sinamoto. Toes ball in, straight into the head of Toasting that time. Caicedo. Renato Vega. Warm hands for Cole Palmer as he starts warming up down below us. Meanwhile, Servette on the attack again. And the shot this time is not a good one.
He's had plenty of the ball. Success, and he's looked really bright. Just unable to find that end product to this point, but I think it's fair to say that they've got better as their halves worn on, and Chelsea got worse. Started really brightly, maybe not translated into opportunities, and I think you can accept sometimes it not being very cohesive early part of the season going forward especially, but that intensity maybe without the ball that's just lacking to a degree. So they're winning too many second balls at the moment, slow to stop crosses, not much intensity going to close the ball, so the half time not going to come at a bad time for Chelsea. Could get worse.
Stevanovic sliding it in. Didn't get enough on it for Crivelli. That came after Dewsbury Hall gave it away on halfway. There might be a few harsh words in the dressing room in a couple of minutes' time.
Again, it's a work in progress. It's not going to happen overnight, especially with this amount of changes from the 11 that took to the field against Manchester City. But you see a little bit better in terms of the work ethic.
This is better from Guiu, and he's found Nkunku. Forced wide, and the shot was deflected.
The angle wasn't great, but it was on to take that steady touch and then just fizz it towards the far post. A couple of players in close proximity making sure that didn't happen.
Yeah. Guided back to Jorgensen from Tosin. Jorgensen's not had anything particularly difficult to do yet. Neither is Frick at the other end.
In the context of what we've seen, the Mark Guiu one-on-one early on in this game could have been a huge moment. Probably the best chance Chelsea have created. It came so early in the game.
Brilliant from Mudryk. Again, it's the action after the bit that's good, which is lacking.
A really frustrating half. Like you say, the initial little flick and the step over on that occasion has been eye-catching at times, but needs to be better. Brilliant play, little nutmeg after the step over, just a fraction too heavy outside of the right boot.
Just the one added minute at the end of the first half. Guiu found some space.